What's going on? What's going on? What's happening, everybody? You already know who it is. Relationship Coach Clarence Brown, owner of Relationship Healing. Want to stop in real quick. Know it's early. A lot of y'all getting your day started. And I just wanted to talk about something that I see a lot from women when it comes to dating and relationships, but more specifically, dating. Okay, so I hear a lot of women talk about how men don't want to commit to women, but want women to do things that are what you would consider wife duties or girlfriend duties and things of that nature. But at the same time, when it comes to what is asked of them to make some sort of commitment or some sort of connection to say, hey, this is a direction that I'm trying to go in, so therefore what you do for me is not just you doing it, it's something that I'm actually asking for and requiring from you under the agreement that things are required of me as well. And what I see a lot of times happen is that a lot of women want for a man to make a commitment to them without there being a commitment made from them as women. And so, ladies, what I'm seeing a lot of the times when it comes to when I'm coaching individual single ladies is that there is an expectation for a man to commit even if you haven't felt comfortable enough to commit to him or connect with him in any way. And I see that to be a problem personally. And it's not because I'm a man, but as a professional relationship coach, it seems like that's not reasonable. That's not feasible. What happens is that oftentimes, ladies, what I've recognized is that from day one and from jumpstart, there's an expectation for a man to make a commitment to you, right? It seems like when I've even had it happen where as a man, let's say if I get a woman's number and I'm out at a place and I'm, out at a function or whatnot, if I were to be spotted by that same woman whom I got her number, showing attention to or attraction to another woman, automatically I become disqualified, right? And this may not be every woman, but for the majority of women, I believe that a lot of you believe that once a man shows interest in you, it's a turnoff to you to see that man show interest in anybody else. Although, on the other hand, a lot of times, ladies, you feel like you should have the right to date freely and without judgment because that's just how you feel that's the best way for you to find who is perfect and who is fit for you. And so, as a man, I feel like the same should be said for men when it comes to the fact that as a man, he should be free to date without penalty or judgment. And so when I see a lot of ladies that assume that, hey, well, because this guy got my number, oh, I see you getting somebody else's number, now that's a problem. Well, yes, that is a problem, but it's not a problem with him. It's a problem with you. Because if you say to yourself, if you are a woman who says, hey, listen, I like to, date. So that means that I might not be attached to one man at one time because I don't have a commitment to him. So until I find a situation that works best for me, I'm going to be free to talk to whomever I'd like to. And even if it be more than one person, that's fine. That's my right, as a woman. But at the very same time, that same energy isn't given. You don't keep that same energy when it comes to a man because it's for a lot of ladies, it seems like it's offensive for a man to show interest in anybody but you. And that implies that you want for him to make a day one commitment to you, even if you haven't made a commitment to him. And so what I want to talk about is those unequal commitments, because I do recognize that as men, we do, play some games sometimes. And as a man, I've been in that position where it was like, I'm trying to manipulate a little bit. I'm trying to get in your head to make you think a certain way or move in a certain way in order to align with what I need and in order to benefit myself. I understand it. I've been there. I've been that guy. I understand that. So I'm not going to say that isn't out there. But what I will say also is that when it comes to a commitment to be made before a commitment is given on the other end, a lot of ladies want a man to commit right off the bat because what you show by getting offended, by getting upset, by getting in your feelings when you know that now this same guy that you're attracted to has relationships before you that he's not willing to let go just because you guys have met, or you recognize that, hey, he still has other options There are a lot of women, there are a lot of ladies out there that will get in their feelings about that. And that is a problem because that is unfair. You can't in one breath say, hey, listen, I should have the freedom to date whomever I like until I make a commitment to one person. Don't try to put me in a box. Don't try to, pigeonhole me. Don't try to rush me even to make a commitment until I feel comfortable, until I feel ready. And in the same breath and out of the opposite side of your mouth, say that, oh, I see you talking to your other friend. Who is that? Who is this person? Right? Oh, so this how we doing it. Right? That doesn't make sense. And so from day one, that becomes an unequal commitment that you want to make. You can't tell a man that he needs to make a commitment to you if you haven't made a commitment to him. That's just facts. That to me, that's common sense. But when feelings get involved, when people have this feeling that arises of you being pursued now, and then all of a sudden you see that person showing pursuit of somebody else, ladies, a lot of times you don't like that. You don't like that. You feel offended by that. You feel like that's hurtful. That's not the like. We as men get labeled as, oh, you playing, oh, you trying to be a player, oh, you trying to be out here with all these girls. I'm not going to be on your roster. I'm not going to be in your stable. I'm not going to do all of this, right? And all that being said, that puts an implication on him that he doesn't date seriously. And what I do recognize, especially with men who have wealth, is that they're looking for the best fit possible for them. And I think about a person as a man. If I have money and I buy a suit, I want to get that suit tailored because I want it to fit me best. I want it to show and augment my strong points, right? My shoulders, my arms, things like that. But if I don't have the money, then I may buy a suit but not have it tailored in the way that I want. It might not be the best fit, but at that time, I'm not able to put forth the resources in order for me to get the best fit I have. And so a lot of ladies want a man who has resources and who is able to provide a stable lifestyle, and that's to be respected. But understand that if that man has the ability to provide a stable lifestyle, most likely he's looking for the best fit that he can possibly get. And if you are not it, then you have to recognize that just because he hasn't made a full-on day one commitment to you to say, hey, I'm going to date you and you alone until this doesn't work out, then don't label him or don't judge him, because you're doing the exact same thing yourself. As a woman, you're doing the exact same thing, saying that, hey, listen, until I find somebody that fits best with me and that aligns with my beliefs and my morals and my values, I'm not just going to be rushed into commitment by somebody just because they say that, oh, I'm wrong for dating multiple people at once. That doesn't make sense, but I see a lot of this happen when it comes to women. And so I just wanted to speak on that just briefly this morning because, like I said, I want for us to recognize that you can't have that double standard of saying that, oh, you know what, now I'm disinterested in you because I saw you get another woman's number, or I'm disconnected to that, or I'm unattracted now because what I saw is that you had somebody else calling you or texting you, even though we're in the dating stages, right? And this happens a lot. I hear it come out when it comes to women who may be single or talking or dealing with somebody but yet have not made a commitment to them, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, but he keep flipping his phone over, or every time he seemed to get a call he seemed to step out, this and that. Well, I don't see a problem with it if you haven't made a commitment to him. So why are you expecting him to have, well, it's about respect. Yeah, it is about respect. But at the same time, he's not doing things that's putting it in your face. He's not taking the call right there sitting next to you on the couch, and then he's talking to her for 5 and 10 minutes while you guys are together. Like that is disrespectful. But having somebody call him or text him, or knowing that he has other options, is not disrespectful to you, although a lot of ladies take it that way. And so, ladies, what I want for you, and I'll do one about men when it comes to unequal commitments and the things that as men we would require from a woman, even though we haven't earned that yet. I can definitely talk about that as well, because like I said, it's a two-way street. But just in this particular topic, what I'm just discussing is how a lot of times, ladies, you want for a man to as soon as he gets your number, if you catch him speaking to another woman, then all of a sudden now that becomes a topic of discussion, to where he needs to clarify that for whatever reason in your mind, just to prove to you that he's pursuing you and he really desires you, which implies that you want him to make a commitment before you've even gotten comfortable with him, which is unfair. That's just you playing the game all wrong. And so, like I said, if you can in your mind accept the fact that, hey, if I'm as a woman free to date whomever I like until I decide who I feel fits me best and aligns with my beliefs and morals, then I'm not going to hold it against him to date me and show pursuit and respect of me at a time where we're together, but also know that he has other women that are trying to garner his affection and him trying to garner their affection, and find out who works and fits best with him. That's just, I believe that's fair. And if you feel like that's fair, then let me know how you feel. If you don't feel that's fair, then let me know how you feel, because I like to know. I really like to know your perspective, because too many times when I sit with single women, it seems as if they have a problem with a man who has options, and before commitment is made, is saying, you know what, hey, you date, I'm dating, we're figuring this whole thing out. I like you, you like me. I'm going to respect your time, respect my time when we're together. But yet, I see too many women have objections, even if you try to make it seem like, oh, I'm good. Yeah, you good, but at the same time, that I'm good is a mask over the fact that you really do have a problem with a man not showing an absolute locked in pursuit of you alone until you decide that he's not the one for you. And that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. So I think, ladies, if you can, like I said, turn around that mindset of saying, hey, listen, I recognize that it's things that I'm requiring of him, that I want to see of him, that I want to see him show me, that makes me feel more comfortable connecting and bonding and committing to him. And the same thing is required of you. So while he is dating, if he's a man who you feel like is a quality guy, is a guy of high value and high resources or high character, then he's going to be looking to see what you have to offer as well, that separates you from other women, that makes him feel like making a commitment to you won't be a loss. Because that's what a lot of guys are trying to get past. Okay, well, why should I give up other options that I have for you? Why should I have to, as soon as I get your number, now I have to show that, okay, I can't do anything because, of course, you're going to feel a certain type of way. He shouldn't have to feel any type of way about how you feel about him dating, because the same can be said about you. He shouldn't judge you because you're dating. You're dating, right? So therefore, if he's dating, that's what he's doing. But too many times, because of past relationships, past hurt, past devastation, past disappointments, maybe betrayal, you feel like, oh, if you see any sign of him not being lock and step with you and have tunnel vision on you and you alone, that he's showing that he's not worthy of a relationship. And this is where a lot of times you self-sabotage yourself and you do things that get in your own way, because you feel like, well, you seem like he wanted her, and that's not the case. I mean, when I was dating my wife, she was dating other men. Was I supposed to say to myself, oh, well, she don't want me, but she obviously want them? Like, no. She met them before me. I meet her. They're a part of her life. It's up to me to show that I should be the one that she should spend the majority of her time with, and that I should be the one that she ultimately chooses in the end. And over time, if I see that I'm losing her or I'm losing time with her, I have to recognize that maybe I'm just not the one for her, and I'm not going to put myself in a position where I'm disrespecting myself and chasing after something that isn't creating the image of a reciprocated pursuit. That's just not going to happen. But over time, you see these things. But from day one, I think, ladies, you have this expectation that says, hey, I'm offended if I see you get somebody else's number, or if you make me aware that you have other dating options, or you don't treat me like I'm the number one from day one. Like, you're going to find yourself ruining a lot of situations that could grow legs and actually evolve into something great. But these are things that you just have to understand, that the expectation is an unequal commitment that you're expecting to see fruit out of, and oftentimes that's not going to be what comes from that. You're going to see rot. You're going to see, dead roots. It's not going to be something that actually grows and evolves into what you want it to. So let me know how y'all feel. Like I said, I wasn't going to be on here too long, but these unequal commitments that I see a lot of ladies have, and you get in your feelings straight up. You be really upset, really disappointed in secrecy. Because out in the open, it's like, yeah, I'm good, whatever. Like I ain't got no problem, right? But at the end of the day, when it comes to the conversations that I have with you, that when you come into my office and speak with me and go over some of the things that are ailing you and that are bothering you, then that's when we see that, hey, hold up, like let's look at this in another perspective and understand that this thing right here is actually in your head and it's not in reality. The same freedom that you would like to have as a single individual should be afforded to that man who also is a single and dating individual. So until you decide that, hey, I want to make it clear that a commitment is what I'm looking for, then you can say, if that's not something that he's looking to give me, then I can recognize that that's not something he wants. But if you don't make it known that you're looking for a commitment, but yet you hold it against him for not committing to you and showing you that he's pursuing you like you feel he should, then how can you expect for him to, step up in ways that you feel he should if you haven't made it known that's what you desire and that's what you feel you deserve? So let me know how y'all feel, man. Continue to support, continue to like, comments, friends, subscribe, all of that, social media platforms, Relationship Healing, as well as the Male Translations podcast on YouTube. And I'm out. I'll see y'all again. Peace. Deuces.